Salam alaikum. Please allow me first to start with something that I think is very, very important, because I always think that football is the most important of the least important things in life. And even though I am very clear that we are here for a very important football match, let me start by sending our sincere and deepest heartfelt condolences to the Fallo family and friends, to the Wydad players and the Wydad family. Our sincere commiserations and deepest condolences from Mamelodi Sundowns as a football club, and may his soul rest in peace. Let me also say that we are also aware that the country has suffered extremely with the last earthquake that took place in September. And once again, we would like to send our sincere commiserations and condolences on behalf of our country and our football club to the entire nation and to those bereaved.
Thank you very much, Lou. Thank you.
How are the preparations? The preparations have gone well. We are looking forward to a very interesting encounter against a very, very good side with a very good coach, and looking forward to our first continental final since 2019, and since 7 years ago in 2016. Last season we came here and we played in the semi-finals. One of the most important things we had to deal with, apart from just the pitch and the tactics on the pitch, of course, was the influence of the crowd and what you would call the 12th man. Very vibrant, very supportive of their teams. But I think the moment Sundowns left the pitch, we won a lot of hearts. We won a lot of Moroccan hearts. Not just in relation to how our players behave and on and off the pitch, but I think with the type of football that we displayed, and also because of how warm the Moroccan people are. We found that the Moroccan people are good people with good hearts and with warmth. So we were received, of course, by a hostile crowd, but hostile only because of their passionate support for Wydad. But I also think that we won a lot of the hearts of the people. And also it helps that we've got a Moroccan in our team, Abdel Munaim, who I think should, even though of course I have a lot of respect for the coach and his decisions, and I also understand how difficult it is to compete for the position in the national team, but I think Abdel Munaim has done exceptionally well for us at Mamelodi Sundowns, and I think he's one Moroccan that deserves a place in the national team of a very, very good Moroccan side with some exceptional players. But I think AB is probably also one of the best defenders that this country has. Wydad are an extremely experienced side, especially on the African continent. You will know that this is their third continental final in the last 3 seasons. They played the last 2 Champions League finals. They are now in the AFL final, and that makes it their third in 3 seasons, or third in a row. Whereas for us, this is our first continental final since 2016. Last season was our first semi-final since 2019. This is more or less the same team, apart from the fact that, of course, it's a different coach who comes with some different ideas, particularly from PSV and how PSV and structurally, for an example, you find now Jabran coming in between both Harkas and Abdul Fat. And this is similar to things that are done particularly in Europe. There's quite a lot of new players in the team, like El Bari, who was recruited from Bahrain. A very good striker, the number 21 up front, and he adds a little bit more for this team. Draouri is a player that we know very, very well from Wydad. He played for us, but he had a lot of intensity into the Wydad midfield, and he didn't participate in the semi-final for Wydad against Mamelodi Sundowns. They've got Anach, who's a very, very good player also, and he's got incredible experience, having played in the Dutch First Division and the under-23s for Brighton. He also adds a lot of guile, creativity, intensity in the midfield, and for sure, even with Harkas, the centre-back, who is from Raja, he also gives good possibilities for stability and for build-up, and a lot of work that's done for this team to start the play from the back. So a strong team that we know relies on the experience of El Moti and his ability to distribute the ball from the back. There's aggression and some very, very intense offensive actions that are given by Etihad Allah and El Almud. The fullbacks, very, very aggressive in delivering not only balls diagonally into the box, but also making leg runs into the far post from the opposite side. So a good team that we've done a lot of homework on, and now is for us to be on the pitch and perform. But also of course, I think Wydad can say the same. We came here. We experienced a couple of setbacks. If you remember, the first setback was the goal we scored with Peter Shalulile that was ruled marginally offside, which we feel it could have stood. We were then also unfortunate to receive 2 red cards, so we hope that luck is a little bit on our side tomorrow and that there's 3 very good teams on the pitch. I think we don't know that there's a very good Sundowns team that will be on the pitch. Sundowns, we know that there will be a very good Wydad team on the pitch, and then we're hoping that the refereeing team, including those that are involved with the VAR, are also performing very, very well, and to allow Africa to experience an incredible final. I am a big fan of the African Football League. I think the objectives are very, very clear, and in a way, apart from an incredible commercial and extremely financial benefit that the 8 teams that were involved for the inaugural competition, the plans to expand it and make sure that all member associations of CAF get incredible commercial and financial benefits that allowed clubs to not only be self-sustainable but commercially viable. I think that is incredible, because that allows African football not only to elevate its standard in relation to the football that is played, but also for us to start being extremely competitive on a global space. And I think the AFL is a good step towards that direction. For sure, even when you look at the long-term benefits from one of the objectives in terms of the investments that will go towards the member associations and youth development, I think that's also one of the most incredible things that I think as a football coach, for me, I have huge admiration and respect for. And I've got to take this opportunity for sure to congratulate and to thank the CAF leadership. And in particular, in this instance, a compatriot, a mentor, a president of the CAF, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, who is South African and is doing incredible work for not just, you see the work that he does as a philanthropist across the world, but also now you see the amount of selflessness, the dedication, and the amount of hard work that he's putting in for African football. And this is the African Football League as his brainchild and as his idea, with the support, of course, of the CAF committee and the people that work with him. For sure, they deserve a lot of praise and plaudits for what I think is one of the many incredible ideas in terms of trying to move African football towards a very good stage. We try to be Mamelodi Sundowns. We have to try to impose ourselves and of course try to be the Sundowns that we can recognize, because we are built in a certain way as a team. We are built to play a certain way of football, but we've also shown that we are a team that is able to absorb pressure and suffer together, and there are going to be a lot of moments where we are going to have to suffer. Hopefully we suffer with 11 players this time, when we do not have possession. And this is one of the things that we want to be able. We pride ourselves. We pride ourselves of being Mamelodi Sundowns, a team that has gotten and received a lot of global recognition for its style of play and the tactics that we use. But also we pride ourselves because part of our culture and our history is associated with the Brazilians, and this is synonymous with our kit colors. And that's why we try to play in a certain way. We try to believe in the talents and the qualities of our players, but for sure with a lot of respect for the opposition and the quality that they present and the style of play that they try to impose on the pitch. So it will be a very interesting game with two very good teams and two styles that are not so far apart, but of course the home ground advantage and the support of the crowd also gives an influence into how this game will be broken down into different phases, and then of course it's not only about the dynamism and the details that we have to use when we are in possession, but it's also the change of rhythm and the distances that we have to impose ourselves when we are out of possession, and that's going to be very, very important for us tomorrow.